How's the pizza?
It's good.
I'm not.
Nah, no good.
No good, no good.
Pizza good.
Yeah, this is fire. This is good.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today's video is going to be a little different than what we've done so far. We went and took a class today. Me, Travis, Tom, and Wilson went and took the Green SnowPro certification class up with Alliance Landscaping in Auburn, New Hampshire. They are a commercial and residential maintenance company. So they do mowing, enhancements, a lot of snow. They do the Concord Hospital, Concord, New Hampshire. But they don't do like construction stuff like we do. But they basically offer a class to get this certification through the state of New Hampshire, through the Department of Environmental Services. That as long as you keep good records and, you know, some other stuff, they help protect you with liability against like slip and falls and stuff. And so the four of us went and took that class today. I'm not going to show much of the actual classroom setting, but I will show the brine setup that they have, which is pretty cool. They did a whole rundown, which we've dabbled in brine last year more so than this year. It's a good system. It's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to get into. But it does take somewhat of a financial commitment, whether you're doing like a pre-wet system on your sander or whether you're doing full tanks and spray bars and all that stuff. You know, it does take some money to get into versus just buying a sander, getting rock salt, whatever. So there's a little bit of a process. Obviously, there's some science behind it, but we do a full walkthrough. We make a full 600 gallons of brine. It doesn't take all that long, but it's a cool little video. You know, it was a fun experience for us to be able to go up there and everything. So let's cut to all that footage.
Going into that screen in there, or else it'll get clogged up, and this hopper will still overfill. So when it goes up into there, you can overfill the top of it. So just straight solar salt, right? So we're just going to bring it in now. So when he dumps it, he's going to try to dump it as far to that side as possible. That way it's not covering our box screen there. This level over here because we want it to get up to 600 gallons. 600 gallons, you'll see it's right about level in here. You don't want it to start backfilling into this tank and overflowing. Clog that up, you just got to keep that clean that way. Unless there will be once we fill it with fresh water and get it to the right height, it'll it'll start circulating it through, and there's jet pumps on there, and it just sprays it up through the jet pumps.
What do they like say this unit can do in a day? Like ideally, if you just had kind of unlimited
They
storage.
said you can do 3,000 gallons an hour.
An hour, okay.
You'll see once we get this going, it's fast.
Yeah.
We'll use all this, like once it's already at 17%, so once it hits 600 gallons, I'm going to turn it to circulate, and it's going to go right to 23, and we're going to start offloading it right into our, so we're connected right to our storage tank. So we can offload 3,000 gallons directly into that tank before we have to start hauling it out of that tank.
So that's outside?
That's outside, correct. Yeah, I'll show you that after we start offloading. The key is to just really watch this number here, because you don't want to go over, right? Like we were saying, that 24% is too high. So like you can unload a little bit of that 24% into a big capacity, because it's going to dilute, right? It's because we're anywhere between 23 and 24%. It's kind of like our safe range. You know, they say it might get up to like 26.8 when you're, 23.8 when you're offloading, but that's fine. We're already at 23.3 and we're getting right up close to that 600 gallon mark. It's gonna fluctuate a little bit just because there's fresh water going into it now, but that salt goes up, that salinity goes up fast when you put that salt in there. You'll see it'll go up real fast in a second here when I start agitating.
How many storage tanks do you guys have out in the web?
We have 3 storage tanks total. Well, 4 with my fresh water 3,000 that I got now. Suction to circulate, and now it's going to circulate. It just kicked down, so I'm going to clear this meter real quick. Just make sure there's no sediment in there, and I can see that I got brine in it. While that's happening, I'm going to clear this filter too, because this is where all the sediment catches up into it. So this is my offload meter. So I turn this on. My batch is at 0, so I can see how much I've made per day. Right? Just clear that junk out of there. See all that nasty shit in there? But you don't want that stuff going in your tank. That's going to clog up the filter. Yep. So now it's just circulating. Sometimes what'll happen is this will kick down to 0 like that, and that means there could be something in that filter. So you just got to keep an eye on it. It's constantly circulating through, but if one of these little specks gets in there, it gives you a bad reading. That's probably the most difficult thing about this is when it does this, because you got debris in it, and then you take too long to clear it out. It'll over salinate. You don't want it to over-salinate. Because once it goes over, it's hard to get it back down. You got to add water to it. We'll just throw our hose in and just circulate until it goes down, but you're better off just keeping an eye on it and letting it.
And you said this batch would take roughly 10 minutes to make?
Yeah, it's going to jump real quick here. After you make the first batch, the consecutive batches go faster. So right when it hits about 20 29 or 23.9, right before 23 is when I start offloading. You don't want it to get too hot. See how it's jumping real fast now? Right there, see it just jumped. Now we offload. Now if we watch here, see we're already over, but it jumped back down real quick. So now we're offloading. We got 43, 46 gallons offloading per minute. So this can go, depending on the size of your hose outside, that can go up to 100 gallons per minute offload. You can see we're right at 23 now. If it starts to go over and we're offloading slow, sometimes I'll just close this valve real quick, flush this out. Back on. You'll watch that number, it'll jump up to like 60. If I go a little bit over, I'll just take that hose. See that hose? We're back. You don't want it to be hot, right? That's the most important thing. If we're a little bit under, it's okay. You don't want it to be hot.
With your last unit that you guys had, how many gallons did you do in a day with that one?
600?
Yeah.
About this, what we're going to do in like a couple minutes.
Big improvement.
Yeah, oh yeah. The biggest thing is the debris in it, right? I like to watch this. If it drops below 50, I just clear it out real quick. You just add a little bit of water if it goes over like this. You can also, I usually do it by the hose. You can also do it from the intake, like if we're too high, I can stop my discharge and then go back to my fresh water. Right now it's just putting fresh water in. So I don't want to be discharging if I'm too much over that 23%, right? I don't want it to do it too long. Now I'm going to need to clear this again. We haven't used a ton. I probably use 250 gallons at the hospital.
Okay.
But we'll do more pre-treating once the temperatures get a little bit cooler.
Yeah.
That valve no, it's still high, so if you want to.
We don't have the space right now.
One for this. All you need, you can do it with your.
Sometimes it gives you a real hard time. You gotta pull it off.
And slide it in there.
Ready, Jack? Grab that hose for me. You can see it's just got a lens in there. See, it wants to read now.
Oh yeah.
You don't want this back in, right? Huh? Yeah, put it in. Keep adding water for now. There we go. Spray myself right in the face. Alright. We're gonna make it. So this time we're gonna go offload at 22.9 just so we don't go over. Now we're just gonna let the whole thing pump out. So the cleaner you can keep the salt, the better it is, because that's what's clogging it up is the little flakes. It's like leaf debris from like leaves that blew into the yard, into the pile, and then we scoop it up. It gets in there like that.
It's just like a big poly sander.
Anytime it drops below 50, I clear that out. And again, we were a little bit over when we were offloading before, so it's okay that we're a little bit under now. That is going to even back out. If we want, we can go over and look at the offload container while it's offloading. I also use this tank in the summertime to hold water for my fertilizer buggies. So we only got 6 gallons a minute out of the well pump, so it takes a long time. This pump will put out way more than that. It's like a horse and a half. So. Yeah.
How many spray trucks do you guys have?
We have 2 of the 800 gallons and then 1 250.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we have a whole bunch of snow raiders and UTVs and stuff like that.
And you guys calibrate your snow raiders?
Yes, yeah. When we have time, yes.
Yeah.
Beginning of the season, we try to do it, and then if we don't get them all out, you know, you kind of know where they're at. Most of them are pretty much the same, but it's nice to get it in and do an annual calibration on it every year.
Yep.
For sure. Yeah. All right. This is it. It's cold out here, so we can go back in there and we'll finish. If I were to do it again, I would have gone with a bigger offload pipe. I got 2 ways going down to 1.5 inches. It'd be nice to get 100 gallons an hour offload out here, but about 1.5 inches, I'll never get that.
obviously makes small things. And then, yeah. So like if you guys did do something, you don't have to go down this street.
Right.
That'd be great.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a Okie blanket.
I just say that because Granite State, you assume that they're out of cancer. Still pretty cool.
That's just intuition.
They have a 1600 that does up to 1600 gallons an hour, and then they have the 3000.
That's 1600. I guess
I was gonna say probably still 20 to 25.
Snow Axle is maybe. Well, you just won't make one. Like you did with the Toyota.
They have roll-off and switching go units, like full units of everything.
Yeah, switch go one? No. Yeah, the skin.
Yeah. Did you guys consider the smaller one, or did you guys just?
Smaller brine maker.
Yeah, because I looked up and they make a 1600 versus the 3000.
Oh, I didn't know they even made a 1600. No, I didn't even consider the smaller
Okay.
one. Yeah.
I just wasn't sure if you guys compared cost of buying it and whatnot.
I don't even think he's the guy we got it from, Sean from Granite State De-icing. I don't even think he said it was an option to get a smaller size. Is there any dealers around here that carry them?
I didn't look. I just looked at the product range.
Yeah.
Because I just saw the two sizes.
Yeah.
And it's basically just that one makes 1600 an hour. This makes 3000.
Is that what it is? Yeah.
You say you guys are getting your treated salt out of Portland.
Yeah.
You know they had. You know they said that blue sheet.
Blizzard. All right, we're gonna just for the sake of moving on here, we're gonna shut it down. Go eat some. See if the pizzas are here. So we're just gonna turn the valves off. We'll reset our. We made 605 gallons. So we'll reset our batch. See how that's leaking down there?
I gotta replace the O-ring in there. That's why that salimeter's not working good.
Jack,
Probably frozen.
oh, it's not
Just
frozen.
kidding.
Jack,
Imagine.
Jack, I closed this valve down here just because it was leaking.
Okay.
Again, we'll have to replace that O-ring. We'll get the new rope, before we run another batch. Yeah, 23.8, 23.9. All right, cool. We'll head in. We'll see if there's food here, and then we'll take the test and we'll get you guys out of here.
Cool.
So you don't want to offload anymore?
If you guys want to make some, you can.
I'll make a bit.
We're gonna get that out of the tank in here. It looks big.
I just want to say thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment and everything. We'll try and do some more of this kind of stuff. Maybe try and one day go back there, do like a yard tour or whatever, because they do have a pretty nice setup and everything. But yeah, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. God bless. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.